Hello everyone and welcome to today's session of Danes and Dice, episode number 24. I'm Tom, the Dungeon Master, and I am not alone. I'm joined by these guys. And may I add to that this is the first time I've ever gotten through that entire sentence without anyone making a noise. So there we go. Thank you. Round of introduction starting with Emil.
Yes, my name is Emil. I will be playing the half-orc bard known as the Gong.
Half-orc bard known
/ Jimbo Grimly.
Alright, my name is Julian and I'll be playing Barsoon, the wizard tiefling.
My name is Frederick. I will be playing Kevin Riddlewood, the dwarven monk level 4, without a crown.
And I am Marcus, and I'll be playing the half-orc fighter Dominic Grimdale.
And my name is Mikkel. I'll be playing the satyr, whose name is Seek, and is playing a sorcerer. Now, another subclass.
What?
Oh my fucking
Ooh, leveled up.
What?
Stuff happened last session.
Can we talk
And
about
speaking of, let's get a quick recap. Why don't Kevin explain to us very briefly what happened last session?
So, Seek got a new subclass. Intro. No, we fought a shadow monster.
And before that
Oh yeah,
happened-
well yes. What happened was, in the previous session...
No, last session.
Oh well, we saw...
Julian, please.
Yes, alright. I'm taking over.
I can do a recap.
Okay, I'll give you one more chance, Frederick. What happened in the last session?
What happens is we find Seek beneath an orb of fire, and we try to save him in this temple of all faith that we are in right now. We try to get to Seek, but it's almost as if this fire orb is sentient in some way, and it kind of lashes out when we try to get near him. While we do that, Seek has a vision of someone talking to another satyr as a child, finding a purple stone, which he takes up in his hand, and somehow disappears from this vision. After that happens, the fiery orb transforms into this woman of light, and she tells Seek and everyone else in the room, she says this: "Fey friends, Fey family, I call upon you. The darkest hour, receive my gift, we need you. Be careful, he will come for you. He will come for you. His army will come for you all." Something happens, and this light woman, radiant woman, sends a beam into the chest of Seek. Then she transforms into this shadow monster with a crown, and we fight this monster. Gong is almost dying, but survives.
Almost dies, is almost dead.
He's almost dying because I'm in real time right now.
Yes, okay.
And then he survives, and then I'm out of real time after that. And we fight this monster. It kind of takes over this old man that I can't remember his name.
Valden?
Valden, yes.
The old man.
He takes over Valden, the mentor style. Valden's soul of some sort also becomes a shadow monster. We fight them both. We bring Gong back to life, and that is where we end last Wednesday's session.
Yes, sir. And with that said, let's play
Inspiration for me.
some D&D. start today's session where we left off last time, conveniently enough, inside of the Old Faith Temple. The big ghost-looking creature, yes, with a crown, Kevin,
It's not mine.
was taken down alongside his minion and whoosh, turned to dust. You're still standing in this dark room, and all you see as you can put your figures on there if you want to, where you were.
No king rules forever.
Yeah, Dom and I was on the corner.
And you can put a 1 for Valden next to Basun.
How is Valden?
And,
Is he still dead?
Were you in the fight as well?
Everyone was in the fight,
So
you woke up.
including you. And you have a silver.
I was hiding.
You have
You have a magic
I
item.
forgot to say that. Oh.
You have a silver sword.
Yeah.
I know you.
That's where we are.
Real, so.
And
I'm gonna run straight over to Valden to see if there's any sign of life.
what you see is him lying face first on the ground with his arms down his side, not moving whatsoever.
Is there any pulse at all?
He looks
Very dead.
very dead,
Oh my god.
as if the soul left his body.
So, straight to prison again.
I have a question. Meta, is my max HP still 5?
Oh,
Great.
and my,
Nothing has changed in any of those regards.
Dang it.
I run to see.
So good luck, have fun.
I would like to see if the door is locked.
You make your way over to the door. As you make your way over, you are now starting to hear sounds of even more people outside. Some going, "What's going on in there?" You can just hear. I mean, it's as if the grandma's knitting club has joined together, and all these different theories. I saw a fireball in there. I saw everything was on fire. I mean, everyone is starting to come up with their own theories, but no one is seemingly trying to open the door from the outside. And yes, it is locked.
How are we
Can
gonna
I see
explain this, guys?
Can I see anything to kind of barricade the door?
I mean, there are chairs and benches inside of the church, but
I actually think that
no.
Valden put something in front of the door
Oh, Valden
as we
locked it.
closed it. Oh, he locked it. Yeah,
And if I explained it the other way around, then I'm sorry, but that is
he locked the door.
he locked it.
What about Neil Rem? He traveled away from
He
us.
is not here. He's
Yeah,
not.
he did that.
Are you
last,
okay?
last
Yes.
time.
I feel very weak in some way. Yeah.
As you look down yourself, you can sense that you don't look old, but imagine as if your muscles have kind of swinted in a little, and it's not really wherever a skin you have. Or I think it's safe to say.
No.
But this is probably the skinniest you've ever felt. But not really in the comforting, I lost 20 kilos, how nice of me skinny, but more of a holy shit, I just lost 20 kilos out of nowhere kind of skinny.
Brother, do you need anything? Are you thirsty or?
Do you have some food?
Yeah.
You need some rest.
I think I might need some healing or something. I don't feel like myself. Like something's weird.
I can't heal you. I'm sorry. Don't know that kind of
fuck you.
magic.
I don't think.
Calm down. I tried to get him to sit down on one of the benches just to relax.
Sleep. You only have 5 HP. Sleep.
We should get some priests in here. We need to find out what happened. And I am so.
Yeah.
But how can we explain this situation? Can we contact anyone? Send a message?
I have no idea.
We don't know.
Let's get Valden into his office.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help carry Neil Rem
Yeah.
into his
Valden.
into
You
his office.
lift up Valden
Is he dead?
and drag him in. And again, I mean, regardless of who of you are lifting him, there is no reaction from him. His body feels. One thing is, I mean, it's limited how many dead, humanoids you've dealt with, but you would assume that a dead person still was, a little warm or something right after their passing, because it's not been more than maybe 3-4 minutes since all of this happened, and his body is just freezing cold.
Is there any other ways out of this?
None
room?
that you know of. You've literally never been to this
No.
building before yesterday.
Maybe we need to wait for the authorities to get here. Maybe Malvin
I think we need
I
some
have
more
no
priests.
idea
They
anymore.
know about these sort of things.
Yeah.
It's a shadowy being. It was pure evil.
Definitely.
So,
But
so
where
Are
are
there
the
any,
priests? Where are the clerics?
Just one of the brasiers that.
outside maybe.
Are there any remnants in the room of the fight of the creatures?
You still have the same
Dust.
hole in the wall that was made when the... Who was it that tried to attack the orb? That was Masood.
I think I did too.
Well, regardless, it was the one where you were standing down
Yeah,
and
there's a
both
hole
of you
down
had
here.
to make dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
There's still a massive hole in the wall leading into the room that you tried to hide in.
That's true.
But on which wall?
I will draw
Right here,
it.
right?
I'll show you.
Maybe
the
we
hole is right there.
Okay.
Maybe.
Kind of at a diagonal going into the room.
Should we just maybe open the doors and explain it to the priests?
I don't know if you remember, I did say this, but on the ground where this
Orb.
on the ground where this shadow monster died, it became dust. So there's like a pile of nothing like
No.
a mountain of dust, just a pile of dust.
We can
Not that
explain
it's-
to them what happened.
Just gonna
Let's
go-
just say it was a brazier. Too
What
much.
brazier?
Too
Let's
much.
tell the
One-
truth.
I would say what happened.
Well, just say what happened because there's a priest
We need to
lying
be
on the
honest.
ground.
From
cold.
what I can hear from outside, we have a lot of people out there, not only priests.
But we
Yeah,
need
and
to
I
be
think we are
honest.
too much in the spotlight already.
We have to tell them something.
Let's tell them the truth.
Let's
Yeah.
tell them the truth. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go to.
Is it okay for me to just
I'm
go
just
down
I think
and
it's a bad
take
idea.
some
What
of
is
the
the
ash
truth?
and just
What
the,
we
the
witnessed.
dust to feel it? Is
The fireball attacked us.
Yeah.
A fireball
No.
turned into
Not allowed.
Shadow
a
monster.
fairy
Yeah.
queen.
Turned into
Is
a
there any-
shadow king.
Is there any way we can
Mhm.
call on Neil Rim?
Well, you saw it.
Maybe
That's what
Where
happened.
is he? Did you talk to him?
he left in a hurry after I told
Yeah,
him.
you told him about your vision,
Yeah.
The
and then
mages,
he
the
transported
clerics.
away. So we don't know where.
Maybe
I
the
mean-
priest can help.
When I saw that, whatever it was, above Seek, I sort of remembered something about like the fairy gods or something. But so I think if we talk to the right people that are knowledgeable in magic and the Feywild, they could understand that what we've seen is something that exists.
Are you standing like you're standing there?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm
something
still
like
up
that.
against the door.
You're standing down by the door and you've put
Did you put
Belton
him in?
into
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in and then search the office for anything holy or relics, just to check if there's anything in there that might be able to be useful.
No, there isn't really. I mean, again, the priests and people here, while they are believers, this is a very, given the name, All Faiths Temple. It's not all like orthodox to one deity or one god. So the priests themselves also don't carry too much like this is who I represent. They want to be more of an open gathering for everyone who is there. So no, you do on Belton find the key to the main door.
Okay.
But other than that, there's no relics, no. There's a ton of books, but no, like nothing specifically religious that you know.
I think we should open the doors and ask for
So
help.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
But you look terrible.
So you
Yeah,
shouldn't
but-
be making decisions.
You need help?
You're skinny now.
But we are already. There are already so many people that know about us, and we have already attracted so much attention. I don't think it's a good idea to put us into this mess as well.
I get what you say, but we just defeated a shadow monster, and it's
We are in this mess.
We
But
actually
look, there are no
saved this
for all
time.
for all those people know outside. There are no proof that we didn't kill Belton.
Is my detect magic still up?
It only lasts for
10 minutes.
You
And we
need
just
to use
defeated
it
it
you used it
Concentration?
prior to the. Isn't it? Is it?
while we were fighting.
Is it?
It's concentration, isn't it?
I was gonna ask. Is it a concentration spell?
Let me check.
Yeah, it is.
So
Yes,
I
it
would
is.
assume no.
All right.
You need to get healed. And we are in this mess
I
whether
didn't
we
keep
want
track.
to or
That's my
not.
fault.
If we open the doors, then we can only let the priests in.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can
Open and say we
Yes.
let we need priests
Yeah.
now.
As you are standing again here down by the now not lit brazier, you hear a low-volumed voice from down the other end of the hall going, is it gone?
Yes, it's gone.
Yes.
Who there?
And you
Come out.
see
Who's there?
down in the very back end. I mean, again, there's pretty much no natural light coming in to this room at this point. That far down in the opposite end of the room, one of the young chamber boys, what you would call them, kind of comes peeking up over from behind the altar, and you would, I suppose you all remember him as Vinred, just one of the kids that were here.
Vinred, did
Helping.
you see the shadow monster as well?
Where is Valdin?
Unfortunately, the shadow monster that you saw attacked Valdin, and we need to get the priests in here. He's no
He-
longer with us.
It doesn't look like he's not in shock, but still pretty traumatized. Because it's pretty clear to you that he has seen most of what's happened.
Good. Okay. I give him a bit of water and just sit him down on one of the benches away from the fight. Just okay. Do you know where the priests are? We need to go get them and to cleanse this place.
Well, usually the priests are all here.
Okay. Just wait here.
Let's get them in.
Yes, let's get them in. He saw
Okay.
it as well. So let's
Try and
do it.
open the door, but I
Yeah.
think it's locked, right?
I got the key
Yes.
from Valdin. Okay, cool. Open the door.
You go over
But I don't open it fully so everybody can see it. I walk out.
you
to see.
open the door. As you open the door and you look out, you're instantly met by not a horde of people, but there are at least like 15-20 people that stopped. And they all look at you. What's going on in there? What happened?
We need the priests. Are there any priests here?
And they start looking around, and
There were no priests.
Return. If there's no priest here, please return to your home. You will. If you need information about this, you will get it at some point. But right now,
tell us what happened.
something. The
We
priests
we
will
saw
tell you.
fire.
Yes.
It's all
something
gone now.
happened. It's okay.
Everything is
fine.
under control.
We just need the priests. Please, if you
I'll
know
be
where
back soon.
if you know where the priests are, please send them here. We need them. We need all the help we can get.
And you have
Here.
someone who's injured.
You hear from further down. I think Lyron went down to get help from the guards.
Perfect. Tell him when he comes here that he just enters and knocks 3 times. Okay? So we know it's him.
Sure.
I got everything you said.
You look at a peasant
Awesome.
with
Like,
notes
you need bread with
scribbling
that. I
down
have places to
everything.
be.
So,
But I
what
can
was your
wait.
name and age?
You come back
He's a
in.
curious man.
Close the door, and
I would like to take some of the ash from the dead, or the ash that was left after the big bad guy. I would like to take some of it and
to combine
collect it.
both of you
Inhale it.
interacting with that, as you
Careful now,
feel
also.
this dust, it feels incredibly cold. The same thing for when you touched it earlier. It feels incredibly cold, and as you have it in your hand, you, with the little bit, I mean, I don't know if you took a handful, if it's just a little bit, as
Just
you
a little
have it
bit,
in your
yeah.
hand, you see how as it kind of gets, as you put it in your hand and it kind of gets falls out into your hand's starting to disappear.
whoa! I quickly drop it back down.
Yeah. And as you kind of remove your hand, you don't feel any, like nothing being dropped. And your hand slowly, as you look at it, and kind of
But soon?
starting to come back vision.
Guys, don't touch the dust. It has maybe invisibility.
Is it magical? Can
What?
I would like
What to
to.
your hand?
I would like to do a detect magic on. Yeah.
Mhm.
As a,
I would like to do
I'd like
detect
to-
magic.
do you want- Are you going to use it as a
Give me a
ritual,
moment.
or are you going to do it? As
10 gold pieces
a-
for
Just use this detect
That's a
magic.
spell.
I feel
just
everything
use
inside me disappears.
detect magic.
Okay, but I think it's a ritual spell.
That's actually not so bad.
Don't want to expend the
This is
spell
also-
slot.
It doesn't really say in his like it doesn't on mine.
It does have that.
I have
ritual
this as
thing,
ritual thing under it.
but it doesn't say anything about ritual.
Mm.
You
Can we back it?
you use detect magic, and once again, this boom of flows. Like your sense is kind of activated, and you just see this entire pile half the. There's clearly magic to it, and you see it being in kind of all different kinds of colors. Not with the same crazy brightness that you saw earlier, but there is clearly with this dust more magic to it than. Wait one moment. You sense it as the
Sorry.
dominant color is the one that you would connect with illusion spells. But again, there's like still flickers of different colors in it.
There's a lot of different magic stuff in it.
No, I mean, yeah,
Interesting.
It looks magical.
Guys,
I mean, everyone else.
It's magical.
Everyone else is sensing this as literally just being dust on the ground, but you're seeing all these colors.
guys, there's a lot of.
Yeah.
I sense a lot of different magic stuff in there, but mostly. What was it? Illusionary. Like- what?
Maybe if we take
We should bring
a
it.
small bag and then put it in. Your hand, of course, became invisible. Let's
Yeah.
put it in a bag and let's maybe it's. Can
What if the
use-
bag becomes invisible?
Yeah.
We can never find it again.
Well, it's worth a
Well,
try.
we
can
can be able
try.
to hold the bag.
We
See,
can
feel
try.
Forever.
I'm gonna go into. I think I might have actually a component pouch on my character.
Invisibility pouch.
I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Can we go in and find a something on the desk, a small pouch or a small vial or anything?
You go into Valentin's office,
Yeah.
and it doesn't take you long. And you open a couple of cabinets, and it doesn't take you long before you find like what would have been a potion bottle, but empty ones.
Then I'm gonna try to scoop it in that thing,
Touching the thing.
maybe with a bit of paper.
Take a
parchment.
spoon or something. Is there a spoon?
Is there a spoon in there?
Zeke, look for a spoon.
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna grab some
Neat.
piece of parchment to try to
Not in
keep
his
it off
office.
my hands, seeing what happened, and then put it into the bottle.
You managed to put
Some of the dust.
some of the dust, or enough dust in to fill this this kind of vial.
Can I, while everything is going on with the dust, go to Winred?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And he's just sitting on the
Penred.
chair.
Where is he now? Is he
He's down on the chair there, yeah, exactly.
Are you alright?
I don't know how to describe what I saw.
How
First
long
there
have-
was light, and now it kind of looks around. Now it's already dark. Could we at least maybe just pull away the curtains again?
I do dancing lights. One here, one here, one here, one here.
I don't think that's a good idea right now, but maybe we can
I'm okay. I'm just a bit.
maybe we can light the brazier again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
the windows give such a beautiful light through it. And he looks up. I mean, you see them up behind the altar. There's, I mean, where the curtains are kind of pulled in front. I don't think you can see through them. If that's what you're
Let's
afraid
get
of.
some light in here.
Yeah, let's just
Right now,
Pull the
I
curtains.
cast my unseen servant and broke the blackness.
It should be added that they're sitting in the other
Start
end of the
caressing.
church talking in a low voice and you guys
Right,
all
on the
listen
seats.
outside.
Sorry. Couldn't see it, of course. Sorry.
No, it's
I'm very conscious at the moment.
You are with your 5 HP and standing and studying.
Sometimes when you're
Dance
tired, you can get very annoyed
I'm
about small
thinking
things.
that while you are studying
Detect
and looking
everything.
at this powder, that's when you're having this conversation.
Okay. I won't do my concentration.
no, it's just.
Have I done
right
the magic
now-
lights?
Go ahead.
Right now, I don't think we need sunlight in. We just need some light in here to see what's happened. We know as little as you do, but have you spoken a lot with Nilram?
No, he's only ever been here a couple of times before.
Was Velden your teacher or?
Valden was the head priest of the temple. Then there was Tudak and Sentas and Lyran as well, but they were just like me, helpers. And then whenever Valden is other places, usually Nira is here taking care of the
Who?
church. Nira.
Nira?
Usually she takes care of the church.
Winred, do you have any healing capabilities?
No, I can't say that I do. I just help with the books and with whenever we have ceremonies to prepare stuff.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna get some priests and maybe they can give us some answers, but right now we just need to be, as quiet as possible, actually.
Are you sure we can't open the window?
Right now,
Or
yes.
the curtain?
But if you want to help me light the brazier, I would very much appreciate that. Where do you have extra wood?
Sorry.
I mean, that would usually be out back.
Great, let's go. I grab him.
Gonk, can you turn
And I
the
go
lights,
out.
please?
Turn on the lights.
in
Fine.
here?
Of course. Dancing lights. One here.
There is now dancing lights in the room.
When I come out again, someone did light a brazier. I think we're gonna.
I can
go
also
get
pull
ready
off the
and
blinders
light
if
that
you
brazier.
want it.
Sure, that would be nice.
Wait, I would like to use my unseen servant to pull
The drapes.
the drapes.
I can
Yeah.
help you with that. I use my mage hand to just take it aside as well.
Oh, we already did it. Then no, never mind.
You come down and you use your.
My mage hand to just open up the drapes.
Let the sunshine in, man.
Well, the brazier is lit as well.
You get all the light.
By the sunlight.
And
Just gonna come walking in with firewood. Oh man.
What?
Wait, you sent your unseen servant down to do that, right?
Oh, I use
No,
my-
he used his mage hand instead.
Gotcha.
What to do with all the
guys,
wood?
You're my manager.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
looking at the window,
Some
the window
light.
itself is probably like it starts at around 2 meters up, but it's kind of a mosaic, big
Who's gonna
wall
look in?
I think
thingy,
we're okay.
So,
But we need some
again,
light.
What do you do with all
Then
that
said you
wood?
can't
Oh,
really
yeah.
see through it.
Turn the brazier.
I wanna look at
I'm hurt and I
the.
need light.
I would like to look at the window mosaic to see what it resembles. If it's something I can recognize.
As you look up at it, you don't see any specific deity or any symbol that you've seen before. You have heard of All Faith temples. Mainly they are in bigger cities because having one temple for each kind of god would be pretty excessive. So you know this symbol that is kind of shaped in the glass to be not a specific holy symbol, but more of a everyone is welcome here type of symbol.
Do I know about these temples as well?
You would, yes.
I want to look at this symbol in the middle.
Yeah.
I do that.
You struggle to get up from the bench.
For the sake of sakes, it is the same symbol that you see up on the or made in the glass on the wall on the mosaic.
Does it resemble anything I've seen before, or do I remember anything
again,
about it?
There's no direct dedication to any gods or deities. It's more of a, if we were to try and merge everything good that we know, this is our attempt of having it look that way. So there's no specifics into the symbol that you know of anyway.
Guys, what about we just take a rest and wait until the priests come back?
Yeah.
I second
Perhaps
that.
Just
I
sit
agree.
tight and let's assess the situation.
Rest up.
This was
I
not
could
nice
use
thing.
some rest as well.
Yeah. And let's just wait for them. I'll wait by the door. And,
Did you lock the door?
I'll sit next to you.
Can I sit close to the door? Like keeping watch of some sort?
Put your characters where you want to rest.
Great.
For the sake of simplicity.
Okay, you're there. Cool. Then I'm gonna sit by this corner, I think. Yeah. Prone.
Has anyone looked at some of the rooms back in the hall? I just say out loud.
I don't know.
Yes, I checked the ones on the left, the small booths. There were no
What
one
about
in
the one on the
sight.
right?
I didn't.
go in there and check if you want to. Just take care of yourself and yell out if you need help.
The what?
Out here, in here, they want to go check.
That
out.
is where you... Wait, did you go down to get water? Or did we say that you didn't?
I did.
No, but that's where you would have gone to get water.
But isn't it a room for itself?
And yes, it is.
Oh.
So, and that is also where Kevin went to fetch wood just before.
To light the brazier.
Ah.
Which
So
is
Kevin,
now
you've been
lit.
there.
Yes.
Never mind.
I think if we have the time, we're going to take a short rest.
You do not have the time.
Then we just wait until.
Saying this might be the time to take a long rest.
Wrong.
You sit around for a minute or two. What did you want to say?
Not important. It's alright.
around.
You can say what you want.
No, I just wanted to say, did you remember, because you were unconscious when we got here. Did we talk about this last time?
I don't
You
think so.
didn't get a whole lot of time to talk.
No.
We fought.
Not with Seek anyway.
I mean, I remember you had that problem with your magic, and then suddenly
Yes, how do
there's
you
this being
feel?
that just sparks something inside you, or like lasers something, I don't know. But do you remember anything or?
Yes, I saw something that I've never remembered before.
Really?
I think I was in the Feywild, where I come from, and I saw another satyr child and myself in the woods, and we found a strange purple rock or gem, and I held it, and my body started disappearing, and then I saw my father.
Your father?
I
as
think
in
it was my father, yes.
your real father?
Yes.
Oh.
He told me to drop the rock, and then I blacked out. And then the being, did you see a being as well? Or was it just light for you?
No, I mean.
So like a fairy,
Yeah. Kind of.
very beautiful.
queen.
She talked
Female
about
creature.
the Fey realm.
Yes.
And then she lit up something
Yes.
and pointed it to you, inside you.
I don't feel the same pain as I did before, at least.
That's good.
Right.
And I did do some other things that I usually do.
But you can still do magic, right?
Yes. But it feels controlled and safe, and I've never felt this good before.
Are you telling me when you do magic, my feet are not gonna get wet anymore?
Well, that could be hard to rule out.
Yes. Do you have wet feet now?
No. I just
Did you
remember.
use magic?
I just remember the. I would not actually. I just
Prestidigitation.
thought about the
But
time we
I'm-
went into the hotel. And
Yeah. But I feel good.
Wow.
Yes.
That sounds.
I don't know what this means.
That sounds
I don't know
strange.
what she said, but it didn't.
And you sure it wasn't just? It was felt. Did it? It felt like a memory. The thing
Yes,
inside.
definitely.
Oh.
Something that has been lost to me.
Hey. That's some news.
That's good news. I'm glad to hear you feeling better, and who knows, maybe more memories will surface
Maybe.
if we, or at least you try to, I guess, keep in contact with this fairy
This
bead creature,
life
whoever it
thing.
was.
Yes, but something bad is happening. Something dark is on the way here.
Yeah, she said so.
In the Feywild?
I don't know. I just felt an immense evil.
Yeah, she turned into.
Yes.
Maybe it
Dark
has
Into
this.
the dark hole.
Maybe it has something to do with what Nilrim got from your vision.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking something.
The meteor
similar.
shower.
Yeah, I thought about that too after she after the creature it changed into the shadow king thing. Yeah, I was thinking some things along the same lines that it was the Feywild I saw in my vision.
Yes.
I was in the fight. I was trying to figure out what kind of magic he was made out of. It was quite hard, but he seemed to have strong defensive capabilities against poison.
I see.
Something dark.
Mhm.
It
Take
sounds
out my-
much bigger
my-
than
My word
anything.
stinger, like, oh, put it back.
It sounds like something much bigger than any of us ever
As you stand and talk,
thought about.
you feel the door being opened
Mm.
behind you.
I'm about here.
And you see as the door opens, you hear from behind you.
Drop your weapons!
You're all
No business here!
You feel. You hear
Buster.
from behind you, as when you look to the door. You hear from further inside the
Word kill.
the church. Nira, I'm so glad to see you. And you just see the boy coming sprinting towards you, and you're met by through the fire.
That's why
I'm
we
so
let them see
It stumbles and falls into the fire.
Oh.
And that's why you lit it.
it. Wasn't us.
You
Wasn't us.
you
Felt safer.
are kind of head or face to face met by a young half-elf female who is wearing very similar drapes, or what we call them, to what Windward wore. Valton wore. And she kind of looks in. Is everything okay in here?
No, come in.
She
Close the
walks
door.
in, and behind her, two guards come in as well.
Yes, come on in. We were attacked. We were attacked by a shadow monster of some sort, and he's gone.
And as you start talking, you see how Vinrid just comes up and kind of hugs.
Go away, little boy.
Nira.
Trying to talk to her.
It's true. It's true. There was fire and dark, and she kind of doesn't kneel but goes. It's okay, Vinrid. It's okay.
How old is Winred?
He's probably
6.
no. I'm not. I may be voice acting him younger than he is, but he's probably 11 or 12.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
We-
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Good voice.
And he is
Good voice.
Yeah, he's three.
true.
Bad voice.
And
Yeah.
We
And-
Valden, unfortunately.
and Nira says to Venred, your parents are outside. Let's get you to them and just give me a moment. And she takes Venred and kind of brings him out. And
There goes.
the parents are standing right there to and they just hug him and the door closes back to us again.
So we are alone again, or with Mira?
With Nira and the two guards.
Valden, unfortunately did not survive. This shadow being took his life force out of him, drained his soul, and turned him into some sort of ghostly being. And right now we put him.
Where is he?
He's inside his study. Put him there.
And she walks up. She walks past you, Dominic. Walks into the room and sees him on the ground. And you can see there is an immediate reaction, but she doesn't faint or scream or anything of the sort. It's clearly not the first time she's
Seen him dead.
seen Balden die. He is actually
Got
there, presses the button, and he's
Revived.
activated. And she comes in,
new ones.
kneels down next to him, and kind of just feels his arm and looks up to, I assume, all
I
of
would
you,
walk-
or
yeah,
with,
I would walk
to
with
some
him.
extent, just looks back at all of you, going, he's so cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
It happened really fast.
It was strange.
The blink of an eye.
The monster just drained him and then he fell. And then it was as if his soul became one with this shadow
You
monster.
see that she is wearing a amulet, or a necklace with an amulet in it, and the emblem in the amulet is the same as the middle of the room.
Yeah.
And she kind of takes it in her hand, or just clenches it, and again touches him, and you see this little light source coming from her to Valden, but as it hits him, it just kind of fades away. I guess he really is dead. Tell me again, what is it that you saw? What was this? Who killed Valden?
I don't think it was a who. I think it was an it. A great shadow, dark being of darkness, just emerged out of the middle of the room.
I overheard a conversation between Valden and Neilram when you were in bed yesterday, and
Zeke lost his, or had trouble using his magic. And
yeah, I know I was here to look after him, but why would they target him? Valden he's no threat to anyone.
I don't think it was him that was the target. I
No.
think it was me.
That monster tried draining almost all of us.
Yes.
You see the two guards. They have, as you went into the room, one of them is kind of staying in here, taking notes and just looking around, walking around, looking, not really asking any questions, just writing down things. The other one didn't walk into the room with you, but is starting to kind of just do a patrol all the way through the church itself.
That the dark being, and Kevin can attest to this, was wearing a crown and
It
was dark robed, and
it was as if when you hit him, he was just air, but magic did hit him, right?
yes, he was affected by
And
magic,
silver.
but not by
And silver, yeah.
physical.
I have this silver sword that
The soul of Neilram told Valden told us to get that to defeat the monster. A small spark of his soul went through the darkness, and the last thing we know was that he told us that this sword could actually defeat the monster.
Oh.
and so I used it.
Don't you have the ability to do some images, right? Can you sort of conjure the image of what it looked like?
I can definitely try.
Can you also maybe
I'll find
can you
some
help my brother?
paper.
I think he's
I don't feel so good.
he's looking. It's
What is wrong?
I
he's
think I
looking
need
weird.
help.
He's never looked like this before.
Look at my arm. It's so thin. It doesn't usually. Is this thin? I can't even speak.
It's only 5 HP.
Yeah, it's like
Can-
my maximum HP is
if
like
you
dropped.
stay here for a little while, I'm sure
I feel the same.
we can help you.
I think he needs treatment in some way.
Let me, and she kind of holds you, or as you hold your hand down, she once again clenches her amulet and puts her hand on you. And similarly to the way that you saw it on Valdin, you see how this light and you feel it initially. This warmth hitting your arm, but it's as if it's just met by, as the warmth hits your arm starts feeling cold, as if it's resisting what's coming to you. It's not an active feeling, like you're not in a pain in any way, but it's as if someone just like put an ice cube in the same spot that she tried to heat.
Is it supposed to feel like that?
Well, what do you feel?
It's so cold.
I can't say that I've ever dealt with any of this before. Again, I'm still in training, so to speak, in regards to my magic healing capabilities.
Winred spoke of other priests. Do you have the ability to maybe contact them?
No, there are other priests here, but I'm afraid Valdin would have been the most capable one, and if not him, then I'm sad to say that the other one will probably be me. Neilram, of course, is a very strong magician, but not one that I haven't seen him since yesterday.
No, he
suddenly became very busy and left inside a portal.
He might have something to do with all this.
I think so.
Usually he is not one to walk off for no reason, at least.
No.
He seemed to be chanting in the Sylvan language of the Feywild when he was teleporting away, so maybe he went there.
Maybe. Your guess is as good as mine. I know that Neilram has traveled the different planes before, so it's not unlikely, but whether that's where he went,
He was very urgent about his business.
I'm just sad that he left right before this happened.
Yeah, me too.
Have you talked to anyone? Has anyone been here before we came?
No, Winred was here, but other than that, no.
I think for Vinred it's best that he gets some rest, and perhaps
We all should do the same.
it would be the best for you as well.
We should get rest. I can't even recall.
I'm afraid that we would, as much as I would like for all of you to stay here for the night, I'm afraid we have to close down until we get to the bottom of everything that's happened here.
Of course.
We have a room at Santalas.
He can find us there.
Good to hear. How about if I come find you, and then whenever we've talked to Vinred as well about what has happened, then we will get to the bottom of the guards here. They will, of course, take notes and anything. So if you have anything to add, by all means, talk to them, and you can see how the guard, the one that walked around, has now made his way down and is just looking at this hole in the wall, kind of. Yeah, clearly fire.
There's also the dust from the being. Yeah, there's dust here on I point over to the.
You see,
to the pile.
obviously you took some of it and whatnot.
It has some weird magical properties.
It seems illusory.
Yeah.
The
And
magic.
where did you get this dust from?
Well, it was when we defeated the shadow monster. What was left was
this?
This is the pile of the shadow monster.
These are his remains.
Fool of a two.
Give me a moment. I believe Valdin had some, and she kind of comes back into the office, to the office again, goes over into the same cabinet that you were in earlier, and takes a vial, and then kneels down to take some of the dust. Kind of just pushes it with her hand.
Please don't touch it with your hand. It will turn invisible.
And she looks at her hand, and you see how slowly the tip of her finger starts fading away, and she just looks.
Yes.
Can you identify what kind of dust it is?
And her hand kind of comes back into
Okay,
vision
use
again.
this instead. you give her the piece of paper all that I used to scoop.
That is a holy scribe. How could you have used it?
How could you?
She did you turn this page from our book? She uses it, puts it in, closes it down, and gives it to the guard, and says, "Make sure to find out what this is, because no, I am afraid I don't have the capabilities of finding out its properties on my own, but I'm sure that somebody in Grimoire will," and she looks to the guard, "and I'm sure that you will do your utmost to make sure that it gets to the right place." And she just looks at her, "Of course, priestess."
We will be at Santal's Rest if you need us.
Yeah. Are there any other doors?
Very sorry for your loss.
It's just if there are still people outside, it would just be nice not to start any commotion.
That's a good idea.
We could clad ourselves in the dust and just walk home.
That is a
We can
risky
still
idea.
disguise ourselves with the.
And then we have the masks.
I think it would be best if you use the back exit. And as you come
Right.
down, and she kind of escorts you. And is there anything else that? And she looks to you. Sorry, is that Valden's sword?
Oh, yeah, of course. This is his.
No, that's mine.
I found it on the floor.
Yes, of that dungeon which I was in yesterday.
It is customary for our temples that we have at least one silver sword. Mainly we use them for ceremonies, but the few times, at least from what I've heard, not that I've experienced anything anywhere close to what you have, but the beings that would usually haunt holy places tend to be weaker when encountered with silvered weapons. Therefore, it is a gift from the Enclave that all of our churches have one, so I would really appreciate it if I could have it.
Yeah. Certainly. I didn't mean to take it.
No
with me or
offense.
anything.
No.
It's been a long night and day, so.
Yes, all is good.
Yeah.
Good. And she takes, or you give her the
She was
sword.
gonna give it to me at first.
Yeah, here you go.
And
Man, cool.
if there's nothing else, again, I will seek you out at Santalas, and yes.
Yeah.
Unless if you have any questions on
Do you know? Is there any part of the city where we would be able to procure such a weapon if we were to be attacked once again by a being of this
go
magnitude?
down to the blacksmiths. Silvering objects is yes, it shouldn't be
It's
too
simple.
expensive.
Thank you.
At least not to my recollection. I mean, it's not something that I've done a lot of in the past, but I've seen multiple people with silvered weapons without them necessarily looking all that wealthy. So it should.
So I could do it with this longsword, maybe.
Yes.
It's gonna be expensive.
I suppose again, the greater the weapon, the
Bigger the cost.
bigger the cost. But yeah, I mean, definitely
Yeah.
they would probably help you out with that.
And do you know?
My leg.
Do you perhaps have any idea about who might help me with my condition?
You used detect magic earlier.
Yeah.
You sense that your entire body has. I mean, it's not pitch color the same way that you saw the
That's just
being
fine.
be, or the same crazy light that you saw from the fairy earlier. But there's a kind of a dark aura around you, your entire body,
What about me?
that you would sense as necrotic magic.
Do you have?
Health reduction as well?
Yeah.
Then the same applies to you, but not to the same extent.
Oh, I don't
that,
see a thing, of course.
You wouldn't notice it, but you would notice it on Kevin too. But,
feel fine.
but it's as if
feel
the
fine.
transparency is a little higher on Kevin's than it is on yours. Like yours is darker.
Did you
than
lose weight,
Kevin's.
Kevin?
How much
Oh,
was your
just
max
one.
HP reduced by?
14.
then it's also quite a bit on you.
Oh.
But still not as much as on you.
Let's get some rest.
It seems like I have this dark aura. Kevin has it too. When I use my detect magic.
Did the
Like
monster
it seems
try to
do the same thing to you as it did to him.
suck my soul, I guess. I don't know.
Do you feel okay?
No. I feel like I have 5 HP or something.
I feel almost the same. Like
I know that feeling.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
You should
It seems like we have a necrotic aura.
Get back to Zontalas and get some rest, and I will see to you first thing in the morning.
Thank you so much, Nira.
We head out the door.
Yes, you come back to the back room, the same with the wood and the water in it, and behind one of the crates there's this small little hatch, not underneath but just in the wall, that you open up and are now standing
Not suspicious at all.
outside.
Let's head just straight to Centaur's Rest.
Thank you, Nira.
You make your way outside, and as you come out, you see that it has become, I would say, early evening, like 7 o'clock.
Jesus. And we didn't get a short rest in the temple
Can we?
You got a long
Times
rest
we-
earlier though.
before. Yeah.
How much time would we have until the 10 days are expired at this moment? I'm asking you to make if I can make a history check to check.
Honestly, I would say no for this, because I said when it happened that that's something I want you guys to keep track of yourself.
Okay.
I think we're.
And I think some of you are keeping track of it. So
I didn't hear your question, sorry.
how much time is left until the 10 days?
10 days.
The gone
Mhm.
time.
Mm.
Can I? And that would be a history check as well because I didn't say it in the
I mean,
temple.
you're blessed that you have all the sessions. You can just go back and rewatch them.
Yes, that's true.
Just watch
Just
40
watch
hours
this.
worth of D&D to
Kevin, do you remember what happened a couple of days ago?
Check back on me on Friday.
Yeah.
No. Can I try and remember in that mosaic if I saw anything with resemblance to Kusuth?
You didn't see any specific spots or anything. I'll let you make a history check. If you clear a 16, I will tell you. Because a lot of
Only
stuff has
you.
been happening, and you have done. I mean, you've pretty much turned your sleep schedule upside down. Also, you've been gone and are still not aware of how long time you've been gone for.
Yeah. You're gone.
No, it was almost a 19, but a 3.
I have no idea.
You forget
I don't
everything.
know, like the
I'm
1 in
tired
17.
and I
It is more than 6 days. This is what you remember.
Oh yes, I remember. Damn it. Let's just get.
You make your way back.
Yes.
What about the hobbits or the halflings?
Don't call them
That's
that.
trademark, man.
You know that.
And bam.
Damn it, bruh.
Sorry,
The hopping
Twitch.
bits. No, the halflings.
I have no
What if
idea
they're
what's
still,
going on anymore.
Last time we saw them, they was just waiting outside of Zontalas,
I think we should
waiting
be.
for us, I
I
guess.
think we should
Yeah.
be wary when going back to see if they might be
That's
following
true.
us.
Who has the
Because
mask?
we were supposed to meet the
I have a mask.
You have the mask.
You have a mask.
You have a mask. I have my disguise
Oh,
kit.
and everything.
I shall take on my Clark Kent mustache.
You can never understand me like that. Hello.
I will do
He
that.
does now.
And risk
I will disguise myself as Phil Collage.
everything the past two
Yeah.
days feels like a big mash of
I
things.
just take out my hood and just walk.
Yeah.
Let's keep the talking to a minimum until we get back to.
Is there any possibility that we pass a
you're-
stick that I
you
can
also
use as a
wanted to be
cane?
talking to a million sometimes, but
No.
Yeah, but in the
I'm gonna
room-
allow you to go into a
Yeah,
general store and see if you
isolated
can
in
buy a
such way
stick.
that you cannot
Is there
really-
anyone on the
I mean, you
street?
already have a stick.
Ask me if I have a quarterstaff.
I mean, if you have a quarterstaff on your back, you would probably be able to.
Staff
see
of
that he has
staff of
that.
kale.
Can I borrow?
we can use it now.
Can I borrow your quarterstaff? Can I borrow your quarterstaff?
told you to do use stuff.
This is Phil Collage. It's me, Conk.
Ah, yeah, I couldn't tell.
I know.
I walk a bit quicker.
You start making your way back to.
Yeah.
I also put my hood up and try to
Makes sense.
And
hide my
Walk
horns.
flamboyantly.
Oh yeah.
You make your way back
Yeah.
towards Sonsalas.
before we, can I
I'll be a
check
servant
if
with
we
my
are?
knife.
Can I check if we are
Yes.
shadowed? Or
Make
what?
an investigation check. Or perception, I'll make it.
What investigation or perception?
Perception.
Perception. That's great. So 16.
You don't sense anyone looking for you.
Alright.
You make your way back
Put
to
up my,
Sonsalas.
sixpence.
And that limits your vision.
That's
You know.
fine. No, it's right here.
I mean, you don't have a sixpence, but I will
Do you
allow
know-
you to try and see if you can find a place to buy one at some point.
Oh, and I am gonna. When I found my brother.
You make your
We
way
have something to do
back
before we
to
get home.
Sonsalas, and then up back inside.
I'm heading straight up to the room.
Hi.
Me too.
We have a room.
Yes.
A room.
We'll just.
Is it on fire?
I'm talking to a receptionist right now. I don't know.
The roof?
Are we going? We're just going back to the room.
He knows us, yeah.
Yeah. Amen.
Hello. I will just go up to my room because you know
As
me.
you come in,
So
Would it be possible to get some food brought up to our room? Is that possible?
as you come
It's
in,
a service charge.
the receptionist looks over to you. There were a group of halflings here asking for you, but I am not sure if
Are they here now?
I told them that you weren't here, and when they asked where you had gone, I
Yes.
I
Didn't
said
disclose that
I said
information.
that I didn't know.
Thank you.
And they left, but they seemed upset.
Of course they did. They're happy.
Thank you so much for the message.
Little people problems.
They did seem
for the
very
record,
upset.
I think it's a good idea that they do not know about our whereabouts.
We are not allowed to inform
And you're doing a
people
great
where
job.
our guests are.
Thank you.
We thank you for that.
I just
And
go
they
up to the room, I think.
they didn't leave any sort of message or say anything.
No, they said they will come back.
Okay.
Great.
If they come back, please tell them. Please come get us so we can talk to them. Of course, outside, but please come get us if they are back in.
Okay.
Come back in, please.
Yeah.
And would it be possible to get some food and beverages brought up to the room? Is that possible?
We don't have food here. We do have a tavern next door and the bakery that we've already been to. I'm sure we could find out something worth them. Is that something that you would pay right away, or
Sure, of course.
Yeah. We'll just put it on the tab.
we don't have a tab?
No, please
Oh.
just pay up front. How much?
I suppose if
This place.
I can get 5 copper per person, then
Yeah.
That's fine.
then I can get you something to eat.
5 copper?
Yes, please.
Right.
Can you pay for me?
10 copper is 1 silver, right? Yes. I give him 2 silver and look at you. Paid for both of us.
Oh,
Oh.
thanks.
And 2 more.
No, no, I
5 cover is how
Can't
much?
go. It's fine.
You got us all covered, don't you?
That's great math skills, my friend.
1 silver is 10 copper, and you said 5 copper per person, right?
So that's 4 per people if you give them 2 silvers.
I'm too tired. for
Math. 5, 10,
Mine
15, 20.
over
that.
must.
1 silver. So that's 2 people.
Yeah, but you
But
said
you
2
said you give
silvers.
2 silver.
Oh, I meant 1 silver.
But you gave her
And I also removed 1 silver.
Okay, but you gave
You have 2.
because that
you
made the
add
joke
2.
better.
I'll give the
You
other
give 1.
silver.
What do you
All
get?
of you pay for your
Some
food,
beans.
Yes.
and
Do
you
you have
walk
any
up to your
beans?
room.
Great. Thanks. Thanks.
And you know.
Yeah. Man.
I don't trust those halflings.
No.
Man, me neither.
No, none of us do.
What
I think it's very weird that they were standing out there waiting for us after our encounter.
Yeah.
We were supposed to meet the boss or something
Yes.
at their place
Yes.
back
That's
then.
true. That's true.
But
I
as
just-
we
I
usually
can't
do.
see-
Before we saw Risbon in the streets as well.
Did anything happen with him? Did you talk to him?
Yeah, we did. I did. I went to visit him.
What happened?
Well, he was hiding a lot of stuff, keeping some things secret, even to his family, I think.
Right.
I don't know exactly what's going on with him, but I tried to tell him that he could come to me for anything if he needed something.
Alright.
And then we realized that it's the same guy that you saw in the prison.
Oh,
and at
then
the-
it's the
and at
warehouse
the black-haired
captain.
Yeah.
But
It's
didn't
the
we
same
talk
guy.
about
Yeah,
this?
we did talk
We did
about
talk
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, well, I mean, it's been it's been a long time since we've had rest, so yeah.
But right now, I think our biggest problem is those halflings, right?
Yes. Let's just
And maybe our condition.
And you're
Let's
We should
take
take
The
a
fact
rest
that
up.
we're dying.
let's take a rest,
Yes.
and we will find out tomorrow what's going to happen. And if the halflings come back, we'll be here. And if they need anything from us from the temple, we'll be here. And if Neil Ram wants anything, we'll be here.
And if Risbon needs anything, we'll be here.
Exactly. So just buy no time.
And
I'm
whatever
at
needs-
least gonna wait for someone to come
But
to
there's
come heal
something
me.
with that box.
Yes. Does anybody remember anything about how many days we still?
I only need 54 milliliters.
I felt I was too greedy with the
And
water
then you
when I looked
poured
at
the water
can.
back from the bottle that you're drinking.
I know.
from
I
into
realized after I did it.
Yeah. good
Nasty.
on you.
I'm sorry.
Nasty.
All is
Asshole.
good. We
I
were
will-
thirsty anyway.
I
Just
will
put it
go.
down. Someone
Pour me
take the
some
water
water.
away
Pour
from
me
us.
some water.
Right over the TV screen.
Beer
Thank
mixed
you.
with water?
Yes.
Oh.
Great
Great.
success.
Does anybody?
More beer.
Does anybody remember?
Have a map, anybody? Have a map.
You're hearing a knock on the door.
I was just drinking water.
He's just peeing.
Does anybody remember how many days we have left?
You can talk.
Mornings. Less than 4, I guess.
It's today or tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Yes, I've lost track. So much has happened.
Me too.
And we've
Me
been
too.
underground, and I don't know how many days we've lost.
You've been.
I actually might have thought when we saw that being, dark being, that our time was up.
But that would mean
That
that,
was
Gong
it.
is in the Feywild.
Not Gonk.
No,
Your brother.
Grom, sorry.
Might be.
I don't know, but
As you spend the evening
I don't know.
and the food is brought up to you.
Is it good food?
It's edible. It's
Silent.
nothing fancy.
Don't be slightly
I like it.
disappointed.
Fancy food would be more expensive than
Damn.
5 coffee.
That would cost 2 silver.
It's fine.
As you sit and you spend the evening together, kind of trying to retrace memories and what you've encountered so far, and trying to add the map,
Set the counter.
you anonymously come to the conclusion that 2 days from now,
2 days.
2 days.
or 2 days from when you wake up in the morning, I should say, is the 10th day.
It must be those days on the ground. That sewer really fucked me.
And me
I'm just
drowning
not-
and waking up somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm just not sure how the halflings can help us. I would much rather just go and see if we can figure something out about this
The boss.
invisible man. The assassin.
Yes.
Do we
Yes.
really think that those
Very.
halflings are actually capable of helping us?
I don't know. Then there's the box. That
The
box.
chest.
The chest.
Oh yeah.
Which chest?
But again, that doesn't bring us closer to
The one that you walked around with.
Oh yeah, that one.
Right now, the only person I feel like that we haven't pissed off is,
Neil Ren.
well, of course,
That's
that
two.
one too, but
And Finrod.
the detective,
Oh, Light.
Malvin.
Lighton.
Light and Prowl. Yeah.
It just seems strange that I don't know if it's just him being a halfling and all.
Should we try to fix things with Malvin?
I think maybe that
Or
might
is that
be a
a-
good idea, but for now, let's wait. We're tired. We have had a day
Yeah.
And more.
and more. Tomorrow
Yeah.
we'll maybe find some more answers, well rested, and maybe a bit better than you're looking right now, you two.
Yeah.
Hopefully sleep is all
Hopefully
you
Neil
need.
Rim will come back and
Yeah.
tell us about something.
Yes.
Let's rest up, gather our thoughts, and
Yes.
talk about our options in the morning.
Sleep on
But I
it.
think you're right. We definitely don't have many people to go
In
to.
our corner now.
I should add to it that your room has it's not a fireplace, but more of a, what do you call those? En brændeovn, der ikke er en brændeovn,
Stove.
but yeah, kind of, but you can't cook anything on it. It's
No.
just a heating
Close
that
fireplace.
you, I mean, while you're waking up here, just kind of take turns going over and
Fireplace.
thank you for English.
There's a place for.
Sometimes you don't know the language, sometimes you're the expert.
And
It's
then there's
amazing. But yes, the place with the fire, where sometimes
The fireplace.
you keep it. It's only in the evening hours, obviously. But
Before going to bed, I want to contemplate about that figure. If I remember anything about the figure, the fairy. If I remember anything from being with the druids, and is there anything that recalls who and what she is to me?
you make
This
a
is
history check.
That's what I said, right?
History!
Miscut.
Yeah.
Upon and down.
Yeah, that's 8.
You know that there are deities and gods who are, I mean, who take the shape of fairies, but it's none. I mean, again, your druids were very much diehard Sylvanas acolytes,
wasn't him.
so it's not that you've ever been schooled in the other nature gods, and especially not gods from other realms. But you have heard, I mean, when talking about different gods, that they can take multiple forms.
Cool.
I would like to take some water from my water skin, if
Mhm.
there's still any in it,
Mm-hmm.
and boil this over the fireplace, if that's possible, in my mess kit.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've taken off my disguise.
Are you here? What?
Who is
No, we
this?
should talk about this, but who's that person at the back?
Who's that? That's Donald Duck.
Before
Like me!
before going to sleep as well, I would like to take just a little bit of the dust that we brought,
Mm-hmm.
and then as a ritual spell, I would like to try to identify the dust.
You don't have to take it out of the.
I
Because you
think I
only
have to
brought
touch
it in
it.
the vial.
I think I have
You
to
do have to touch it.
I think I have to touch
I will
it.
allow you to touch the vial that it is in.
Oh, great.
It's definitely glass.
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 With something in it.
6 millimeters.
You take 4 psychic damage.
Oh,
And hold up to
the
5
shards going in my brain.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you spend your evening
Yes.
doing after before you go to bed. Yes.
Can I cast sleep on myself?
You sleep for 2 minutes.
Yeah, you fall asleep. You sleep for 1 minute. And you wake up more fresh than you've ever been with 5 HP.
Then it has
Yes,
to
you
be
can, but
20
now you know what
times.
would happen if you do.
But I would very much like a long rest.
Yeah.
It's very much flavor just to
you'll
put
get it.
sleep on your
That's
tongue.
next level. You'll learn long sleep.
Long
Long
sleep.
rest sleep.
Long rest sleep.
You go to sleep. And again, you came back. I mean, you left around 7 o'clock, so it's not one of those 4 a.m. going to bed for you that you've had before. Odds are that unless if you're broken up in the middle of the night, you will possibly get a long rest. And also, I mean, let alone, because the 8 hours are not sleeping hours. I think you only have to sleep for 5 or 6 of them.
That's nice.
So, like just the time that you've had sitting here and talking also
That's
adds
true.
to the 8 hours, which is now probably around an hour or two that you've sat and talked and ate your food. Mm-hmm.
I would like to use those 2 hours that I don't need to sleep to boil this water and
That does take 4 minutes.
yeah. Oh, that's strong.
I would like to boil this for 4 hours.
But like, but
There's no water.
but try and refresh my memory on this on the rituals around this boiling water from the temple that I was
Yeah.
from. Yeah.
Make a religion check.
Pretty religious, aren't we?
Oh fuck! So I was not a good student, and that is a 1, but not a natural 1. I boil myself.
A 1 is a 1.
That's a 2, but with a minus 1.
2 minus
so.
1. You sit, and while it doesn't, I mean, you don't get any epiphanies or anything.
Oh no.
It's still comforting in its own way.
Yeah. I just sit and look into the fire, I think, and warm myself by this hot, almost cocoa.
Unless
Be
if
water, my
anyone
friend.
else wants to do something while awake, you all go to sleep, and you get a long rest.
And
Now,
what did
but we
I
still wake
figure
up
out?
with-
You get a long rest,
So
and
it's just because when I do it here, it says reset maximum HP changes. Changes during this rest. Do we have to do that? But it's just
But we have to press.
you get a long rest, and
Yes.
as you wake up,
Uh-huh.
that's where I was going before I was
Great.
interrupted twice. You notice that your arm and like muscle mass and everything is back to normal. So you have full HP.
so I reset my
And let
How about the arm?
And you wake up as there's a knock on the door.
I walk up and open the door.
Excuse me.
Yes. Yes.
And you see the receptionist. This guy never sleeps. You see the receptionist.
He's a
That's
guy.
right.
Hey, bro.
Guy, girl, guy.
androgen.
A guy can be both.
androgynous.
I will let you
Ah.
decide what
Hanji-sama.
you. In 15 sessions, you will tell me what's this person.
They, them,
Yeah.
Hanji?
Yes.
In
They, them.
they, them.
Attack on Titan.
The receptionist.
Their name is Luca.
The receptionist comes in and looks to you. Yes, you're still in bed. The priestess is here from the temple, but I suppose I'll let her wait downstairs.
No, send her out. That's fine.
But
I will give you a couple of minutes to get dressed before
we're
the
naked.
priest comes in.
I'm a girl.
You are in bed.
Ah,
But she will wait for you down in the. Down
Thank
in
you.
the
We'll
and
come
she
down.
walks out again.
has the halflings come back? Have the halflings come back?
I haven't just seen them now.
Thank you.
Did I find out anything while
Yes, you
using
did.
my
Sorry.
spell?
Yes, you did. You sat and looked at this powder again, trying to figure out what it is, and you identify it as being dust of disappearance.
Dust of disappearance.
Dangerous.
Thank you for that.
Dust of
We've
disappearance.
just slept.
Can
be tired now.
And you.
I'm the most tired in the morning.
Oh, so you're a deep person.
Chronic
Yes.
teenager.
You learn. Either you can add it to your inventory yourself, or I can tell you what it does. Because when you add it, you can just read it.
Oh yeah, I'll add it.
Okay. then you can tell people what it does if you want to. Tell
If they
people.
ask me about it.
Hey, what is that?
No one ever asks me.
I was boiling my water. You were looking very intensely at that.
Actually, Masoom knows everything you need to know. Just no one ever asks.
How many days? There's 2 days.
Can you be like the Q guy? Oh, the Q guy. That's me.
I assume you're having this conversation while you're getting dressed.
Yeah, we are.
Hey,
We are getting.
How did, I'm not
I
quite
really like having
I am.
clothes.
You have natural paints.
Did you?
For
You ask.
Hey, so what? That powder, what does it do?
Oh,
I see it on
yes.
my hands.
Well, before going to sleep.
I was
last
gonna say
night,
I will say that you asked this in the evening before you went to
okay.
sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because they
Flashback.
They saw you
Oh,
sitting
guys.
and looking.
Say
This
that drinking my water.
this dust. It seems to actually be dust of disappearance. Have you ever heard of that?
No, never.
Well, it is. It has the ability to, if you use it, throw it in the air. Everything that it hits within 10 feet can become invisible for a couple of minutes.
Wow.
Yeah,
For a couple of minutes.
yeah.
That's
And
neat.
in your vial that you brought, there's probably enough for like a good handful of this.
So it's one charge of
One or two smaller ones if you go.
your eyes are gone.
I can't see my eyes.
See.
Do I remember
can't see
when
my
I was
eyes.
invisible, if I could see myself? Or was I invisible to myself as well?
You were invisible to yourself.
Great.
But for us that like to use spells from time to time, using a spell will revert the effect if we used it on
so that we're
us.
very visible.
Then we become visible again.
Yes, okay.
What if we then use another spell?
What if you used invisibility?
Doesn't say. I don't know. I haven't.
Let's theorize.
That's where my knowledge
Until someone.
sadly ends, but I
No,
think
when
it
you
doesn't
do an
change
attack, you
anything.
become
Let's
visible.
think about
I have gotten dressed and I'm heading downstairs in the morning.
Well,
Yes.
that's easy for you to say, man. With
I do the same thing.
You don't need shoes. You don't need pants.
Polish
You
my
don't
body.
need a shower.
I have pants.
Yeah.
Good, because I was.
I follow Seek down.
Yeah.
But I have very nice thighs.
You all get dressed.
Yeah, we do.
And make your way down, and you see that Nera is standing down in the front, and she's standing with Benred.
And we feel different, right?
You feel fresh
And seem different as well.
and that's the first thing that she says as she come on. Oh, it seems like the rest went out.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Much better.
Better than yesterday.
Quite alright, thank you very
I think it changed his speech.
Voice?
Yes, now I'm from Scotland.
I like the other guy more.
I would date him.
And she uses, and she turns into a Dementor and.
my God.
Scottish, you said?
Add, rewind.
I'm just kidding.
Rewind.
So
I'm just speaking normally.
I suppose I don't have
Such
a
an
lot. Vinred, you had something you wanted to say, and Vinred kind of steps up. Thank you for helping.
You're welcome.
Very well.
And he slams his head into a wall.
No, don't do that.
Did he get?
Don't do
Get hit by that shadow monster in some
Do
way.
this instead.
What did you say, Zeke? we ruined the moment. It's okay.
It's okay.
Mm.
It's quite alright. Are you okay?
I think so. I think I'm gonna stay home for a couple of days.
Good idea.
Sounds like a good idea.
But thank you.
Of course.
Of course.
Glad we could help.
Working
She
from
looks
home can
to-
be nice.
What?
Working from home can be nice. Once in a while.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with Velden?
Mira.
You ask
Mira.
Nera.
Mira.
What are you gonna do with the boy?
So tell me, Winbet.
I brought him home to my
Did you get
parents
mold?
last night.
He's also
hungry
gonna work
now.
from his new home.
They got him alive, but he doesn't have a head no more. But he tastes good.
What's gonna happen to Velden? Have you?
be buried in the cemetery.
I haven't seen a cemetery.
It wasn't.
What is this?
It wasn't a natural death.
Doesn't make him any less dead.
No, of course not. That is true.
Is there something you want to say?
Do you want to go to his funeral, Kevin?
No. Yes.
You want to check out his body?
It's. If this thing was from the Feywild. What?
They make everything sexual. I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
What did I say?
Like, did
You were thinking more of an autopsy, kind
So
of.
you
Yeah,
wanted
but
to
they
do
thought you
autopsy.
wanted to have sex with this corpse. So.
That monastery that you
He did
trained
go
in.
to get more wood.
Let's heat this bad boy up.
Okay, no.
Every time one of you has a chance for a cool moment, the others ruin it. And then when it's the next person's turn, the same guy that just had his moment ruins it for the next guy.
It's the circle.
Here's the circle.
Sure what I said.
No, but Kevin.
Really?
Circle of
No,
ruin.
but Kevin.
Do you want to touch his body?
No, is it because you're thinking we can find out something about
It's just
what happened?
if his soul is somewhere in the Feywild, is he really dead?
Can it?
I'm
Can they
afraid
do?
I don't know.
I didn't think it looked like it got transported to
Can
the
that
place.
happen?
I think, seeing how it got torn out of him, I think the soul was corrupted in some ways.
And we slayed it.
Yes, we put it to rest.
Yeah.
If
Is there any way to
make
get to the
a
fair?
persuasion check.
That's a way of.
Well, I'm not very persuasive. That's a 6.
I suppose we can. I mean, there's the formalia anyway, and it is after all the head priest of the church. So there is going to be a couple of days before the funeral, and within that time, I'm aware that, or it has come to my knowledge that the Grimoire Guard will do what they can to see if what you've said was what happened, and if there's anything they could potentially do to either bring him back alive or in other ways have at least him and his soul get pieced together. So if that's what you're worried about,
Yes. I think it was.
I don't have the authority to provide you the information that they find out, but I'm sure that if you explain to the criminal guards what has happened, then they will gladly, or try to, I suppose, let you know what they find out. Given that you were involved with what happened after all.
It's not that important that we know. It was just a concern of mine. And thank you for, well, understanding.
She bows and then looks to all of you, looks to Vilmet. I suppose we should get back, or that I should get back to the temple, and I'll get you back to your parents. And they turn around and look to all of you and walk out the door.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
To you as well.
I don't want to be the one saying this, but maybe we should go to the halflings.
Yeah, I was thinking.
God damn it!
I was thinking the same thing in some ways.
Sounds like fun.
I mean, we gotta.
I had a good night's sleep. Let's do it.
We gotta bite on that apple at some point.
I feel frisky. Let's do it.
You feel frisky?
Yeah, let's do it.
What about your
yellow.
instruments? How are they feeling?
Oh shit.
Now,
that one.
now.
Where are my?
Or do you have something else?
Do I have my instruments
I
on
guess-
me?
Why wouldn't you?
I guess we
I
gotta
have my instruments on.
Where would they be?
face the music.
What were you worried about? That you
That I
forgot them in the
forgot.
church? You have
Don't start him.
It's not over until the fat orc sings.
Are you talking about me?
No, no.
He
no.
was talking. I was.
I'm not an orc. I'm a half-orc!
I remember that I put your loot in the room and you got it from there at least. priest. Your drum is
Yeah.
still. And your
Really,
horn is
just
still.
made me nervous. I got my stuff. I got my stuff. Look,
Yes,
this is my
yes.
drum. Dum, 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 dum. I can't hear it because I'm drumming. Dum, 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 dum.
Literally taking the drum away.
Let's go outside.
I'm managing you. No. Thank you very much, reception man.
Listen
Girl,
to your
I-
manager.
I go outside.
As you
I go
walk
outside.
You
outside,
take care of that drum.
I'm gonna give it to you in all
That
the
guy
details.
sometimes.
Thank you.
as soon as you step outside,
Quite soon.
Thank you.
you see that you know how Sontalar's Rest is in this back alley.
Yeah.
I always, even when I never use the maps, I always draw the maps in the program. Just like even though we never use them, first of all, I never know when you're just gonna start fighting something, random.
Wanna fight me? Wanna fight me?
But also just for the sake of myself explaining to you, and I haven't made a map of this, so I'm always like. But you come out into the back alley that the entrance to Sontalar's is in, and as you open the door, you see that kind of on the other side of this back alley. So where have you been for the last 2 days?
Oh, speaking of the
Sleeping. Very soundly.
You weren't here when we came for you yesterday. Where were you?
we were helping our friend Zeke here.
I fell very ill and I had to be taken to the temple. And
He got treated.
yes, very sorry that we weren't here, but it was an emergency.
Well, you're here now. Let's get a move on, shall we?
Actually,
Taste?
heading towards you.
It is tasty.
How you been, Taste?
Angry, I suppose.
Just starts walking.
All right.
Does she have hair?
He does.
Where?
Everywhere.
Where
He's
doesn't
actually-
he have?
All right.
actually a
let's,
Satan.
yeah. Let's
half
get going,
Satan.
I guess.
Half satyr, half.
Half,
He only
half
has
Satan,
one
half
more.
more.
You start walking, and it doesn't take long.
We're gonna meet
I-
the big guy now.
I'm gonna back away a bit, and I don't know if anyone's with me.
You are walking with Tace and one other halfling in front of you, and 3 halflings behind you. As you come out from the back alley, it's as if as you come out and up, they just kind of join in behind and start walking with you.
So we're gonna
do
meet.
you trust us, Tace?
Do I have a reason not to?
It just seems weird. You and 4 other halflings. It's quite a lot just to fetch us.
Last time I checked, you used magic on me. Do I have a reason to trust you?
No, but did we have a reason to trust you back then?
Have I given you a reason not to?
Things in this town are weird, so
Oh yeah, that's true. Well,
Yes, we kind of feel like we've been missing information on some quite important objects.
What
Something
about
about a chest that you've never told us about why we were supposed to get in the first place.
Was that part of the agreement that I was supposed to?
Well, it would at least instill a greater form of trust, since we're talking about that.
I don't necessarily need you to trust me. I just need you to do what you do, and then I'm here to do it.
right. So we're gonna meet your boss now.
We'll see about that. And you walk further into, I mean, you already are kind of in the back end of the Wheel District, or the Wheel Ward. But you come over to the same place that you almost had a dagger thrown in the back of your head at.
Oh, lovely place.
Your
Is it
favorite-
still there?
The dagger is not there.
Oh.
I do though.
There's a picture of you though, with a lot of holes in it.
Yeah.
Right around your
They
head.
they've had a party where there was a half. No. One moment.
Why are we following these people?
What would you do if you sang out of tune? Would you?
Don't.
I would go to lot 18.
Well, let's do that after this. Now
These always lead to something else, and
we can't.
I'm
Well,
here for
we can't
round.
just. I mean, we go outside from Sontalas and there are full halflings.
Lot 18 is
Yeah.
heavily guarded. be very hard for us to get to it.
Well,
Right now, I think.
And I think we were spotted,
if
the
we
two of
don't
us last
follow
time,
these
so
halflings,
I guess there's still more safety around it now.
but let's check it out after this. I mean, if we don't follow the halflings now, then it's
I'm not gonna do anything for these halflings
no.
until
Please do me a favor and remember that you're literally walking with halflings
halflings.
right around you.
oh yeah,
Let's
that's
just
true.
talk about this after whatever this is.
I think I just
we're not taking on any more jobs. Let's just wait and
I'm
see.
here for Grom.
We all are.
You.
I know.
There's no time.
We've done all we can so far. We'll keep doing it.
You make your way back into the tavern. You walk up the stairs and making your way through the main entrance.
Where's the main entrance?
That will be there, up
Right there.
here.
And then
You walk on in, and again, as you come in, you see the same place that you saw last time you were here. I'll show it to the viewers as well. You come back
Right here.
into the tavern. There is not a lot going on, but there is a person behind or halfling behind the bar, and a couple of people sitting in the different chairs. And you can see across the kind of the pit that you're looking down into. There is that little lounge area that you were sitting in last time. You were up there.
down here or down there?
The pit is the one down here, and the lounge is over here. Like everything that goes around the sides here is kind of railings, kind of hip high railings,
And then
When-
goes
where you
down.
can then look into the.
When we
bottom.
weren't we in like an office last time we were here? That's
You
that
were up
place.
here,
Okay,
where
great.
they pulled the curtains
Yeah.
from both sides.
Gotcha.
To yes,
Picky fucking blinders.
And what about the curtain? Is that
there is no curtain now, and there's no one in there.
Lovely.
You come in, you walk around, and you are initially escorted over to the round tables. Tate just looks to you. Get them some chairs, I'll be right back. And the halfling behind the bar comes out, looks and kind of nods to you first, and then just looks to the rest of you, takes the chair, and starts putting them out, and you all get a chair to sit around the table.
What are the sizes of the chairs and table?
They are halfling sized.
Can I have one more?
What you would probably call like children's chairs in terms of sizing.
Could I get a stool maybe?
And
Got
he
a
just
tail,
looks-
you know.
And he just looks over to the bar.
Right, I go over to the bar,
You can
take
take
grab
it.
myself a
Feel free
stool.
to take a chair. And he just walks back behind the bar and continues.
Is there an available chair
You're sitting-
extra in the?
I mean, there are chairs at the
I
other
haven't
tables,
sat down yet, so
but
you
there
can
are
have
people
mine.
at the other tables.
I'm the only one who
sitting
actually
there.
fits those chairs.
But are there any available chairs?
Yes.
Great. I'm gonna
Yes.
take one of those
Yeah.
and pull it over to my assigned chair. So
Yeah.
now I have two chairs, one for each butt.
The chairs have, similar to this,
Oh,
the chairs
ouch.
have
Each buttocks.
armrests. So
Sit on the armrests.
for your sake, I will allow you to find two
Just bring
chairs
over
with
the
arms,
armrest.
and you sit on both.
But ox.
You sit down, and it doesn't take more than a minute or two before Tate comes back up. He walked down here earlier and kind of disappeared in underneath where you are. And
Lovely place, huh?
Comes back up.
We've
Yeah.
cleaned up the
Are
place.
we alone right now? Or are there people around us?
There are people around.
Okay.
But it's as if ever since you came in, the laughter and joy that would probably sometimes fill this place isn't really there right now. He
Are
comes
people
up.
recognizing me?
Yes, I'm not even gonna have you make a perception check. You don't see
The knife.
the knife, nor the person who looked very agitated after it landed next to your head, which you would assume is the person that threw it. But some of the people that you see in the place now were also there the day that you were there.
Are there any halflings in there performing, playing a bit of a
There's
tune
nothing.
in the-
There's nothing going on.
There's no music in here.
Not right now. It's still. I mean, it's early morning. It's not of the day. Taze comes up. The boss will see you now.
Oh, perfect. That's
Well,
I'm
I-
looking forward to this.
rise up and follow him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking
Is
at
that just the thing that you rolled? I don't know.
I rolled
What did
nat
you
20.
roll?
Nat 20.
No!
I don't remember that. I saw Reddit. I read a post where the DM every time a person's just rolling for the sake of rolling, the DM just goes, "What did you roll for?" Then somehow he makes that roll matter.
Nice. No.
You make your way in or down the stairs, and you see this little arena. And as you see underneath, there's more chairs and benches, and kind of looking in towards this arena, indicating that there's a bit of a space for an audience there. And in the very back, you see. What do you describe that as? Kind of a building. I don't know what that word is.
Archway.
An archway, yeah, in stone with a curtain in front of it, and two halflings kind of standing up against the wall, looking at all of you first, but then looking at Tace, kind of stands back up, and he just nods to them, and they both, like from each their side, pulls the curtains apart, and you make your way down a pretty steep set of stairs into a sewer.
Dark in here.
Fucking hell.
Not this again.
The worm's the boss.
Boss is the
It's not a halfling. He's a
And as you make your way into this sewer, with Taste still walking in front of you,
You really like sewers, don't you? Halflings.
It's quite dark in here, huh?
you hear not only the sewer, but it's as if you're just hearing the sound of, like if you were near close to a waterfall, essentially. You know that sound. I tried to find multiple different ambient sounds to mix together, but I don't know how well it's replicated with this.
Someone's taking a bath.
But you make your way down and you see this long path in the sewer, and then it turns down at the end. As you start walking on down, show me the order you're walking in. You can use
Is
an
the
eye as
halfling
Taste.
front?
Yes,
I
there's
walk,
Taste is walking in front
Oh, well.
I'm probably
On the,
gonna go
with the torch, by the
last.
way.
I think I'm right next to Zeke.
Are you in front of Tate's?
Yeah, I am.
And you cannot walk in.
Can I? No, we can't. Oh,
I mean, do you walk in the water? Taste is walking up on the side.
no.
On the
I mean,
side.
you're welcome to walk in the water if you want to, but I'm not gonna
He's
force
in the
you
water
to.
now.
On the side.
We will walk on the
Push
side.
him.
On the bright side.
Hey,
of
look
life.
at that.
We are your friends.
So the order you're walking in, Dominic, make a perception check.
Oh,
That's why I'm
19.
And again, while this audio sounds more like it is more of a like pretty. It's not loud, but because
No.
again you are in a sewer,
There's
the
no
sounds are echoing
echo.
all over the place.
Yeah.
So making out, I mean, you can talk obviously with one another since you're next to each other, but making out audio in a longer distance would probably get muffled pretty massively. What did you roll? Sorry.
19.
19. What you hear from around the corner further down is just a very faint sound of a man going, give me another try, I'm sure I can do it. That's all you hear.
What the fuck is going on, Taze? Where are we going?
Last time I checked, I didn't ask.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
asking.
ask anything. Asking you.
Words.
You,
I
he
have.
just keeps walking.
Words. I have words.
The boss will explain everything.
Mother. Yeah.
And you make your way further down. As you come further down, the pipe that you kind of crouching underneath to walk past clears, and now you're standing. I mean, for you two, you can just exactly stand upright, but kind of with the top of your head touching the top, and you hear a very loud scream from what you would appear to be, or assume to be the same voice that you heard before, but a loud scream that pretty much as fast it goes, ah! Just Wilhelm scream essentially in terms of volume, going really loud and then just fading out again. As you make your way around the side, you see how, I mean you would have seen this as well, that the water comes from both sides. There's a ladder over on the other side over there, and how the water leads down, into this hole or into this room that is lit up, and you see a massive, what do you call that? Maelstrom or a whirlpool essentially in the middle, and on the back end of it you see, it's not a stage but more of a throne with a halfling standing at the very edge of it up here.
Looking like
I will give
Lion
you a die. I will give you a die.
That would be crazy.
Standing in the middle up there. And as you make your way down the stairs on the left side,
It's a beautiful halfling.
what you see is him standing up there, then turning around and then going back and sitting in the chair in the middle. And as you come down into the room, I'm just going to do this real quick. You see that there is a small bar in the corner. There is
A DJ.
a table over here where there is a a gnome sitting, wearing glasses, currently writing stuff down. You see there being a ton of crates and whatnot in the corner here as well. And down in the bar you have, let me do the mathing for you.
We're gonna kill the halfling mafia now.
You have a person behind the bar. Give him this die.
2 combat
The person
sessions in a
behind the
row.
bar. You have.
It's because Dawn wasn't here last time.
I want to hit things.
Oh, not get hit by things.
Words,
I
man.
just want to hit on things.
Where did I write this down? You have 4 halflings sitting in the bar, kind of spread out.
That's a lot of halflings.
That's like 2 holdings.
That's it. They're not all sitting in the bar. 2 of them will be sitting at the round table.
Having a round table
Discussion.
Yes.
One does not simply.
Great. So they would be spread out like this, and you see how this person that stood up there sits back down. You notice him as being older, not like elderly, but older, and he just looks to Chase. Well, it's about time. Where have you guys been?
Do we recognize
Do you?
him?
You have never seen him before.
I suppose you're the boss of this whole enterprise.
It's not that I didn't want to react.
Am I?
I?
He is framed it.
History check.
Who are you?
Yes.
I am you.
I am me. Who are
I'm
you?
like you.
You are you.
He looks. I mean, he sits down in his chair, looks to you. Yes, I am.
What's your name?
As you make your way further around the front,
That's a long name.
you see that down in you would have seen it as you came down as well, but you don't notice it. You don't stand all the way up there. You're still down on the left side. You're still down on the left side. You see that the chests that you brought back to the halflings is currently placed. I'm gonna give you a die to mark it with.
No.
Oh, you can use the wood one. Actually, that's perfect. It is placed on the very edge of the table, right there in the middle. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Right there. Yes, exactly. And it's just standing there.
So you got the chest?
You sure did.
Yeah.
Did you manage to open it?
That's why you're here. Now, Seda, you were the one to bring it.
Yes.
How do you open it?
Well, we don't know. Kevin was the one that tried to open it, and magic was being pulled out of it. Some sort of,
I don't know, electrical energy or something.
yeah.
If I know what that is. Some sort of lightning.
We've seen the lightning.
We've heard.
Have you touched the lightning?
Is
that why he's called
Is that why
Taze?
he's called Taze? Oh, this guy's my manager.
I will
I'm gone.
give you one try to open the box. And as you
Let's huddle up, guys.
As you look to him, you kind of hear a sound of metal against metal, kind of around
It's a silver sword.
the wall to the left side, around the behind in that.
Here, or
What is the number 6 that you have
Beast.
there?
That's Taze.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Taste would have gone up on the stage. He's standing up with.
Oh,
It's the sun!
So theatrical.
So we did.
So tell
job.
me your name, little master, and I shall give you mine.
My name is Corson.
Corson.
How do you spell that?
Very nice to meet you, Corson. I don't think we have the capabilities of opening this, but we will try if that's what you need of us.
I will give you one try to open the chest.
Why do you think we know how to do it?
No one else seems to do.
Then why should we be able to?
You might get lucky.
So, two things, as I understand it. We did this job for you, getting you the chest. And now you want us to open it, but you're only giving us one try. And what will happen if we, let's say, are unable to open the chest or refuse even to open the chest?
As you say the word refuse, you see how all the halflings over in the back end, or you just hear them kind of
Back
not
end.
standing up out of their chairs, but just
Thank you.
I figured it out now.
Taste?
Back end.
Back end.
In the back end.
That's funny because it's
So
halflings
stupid.
and it's in a hole.
In the ground.
Them all not standing up, but clearly like sitting up more upright and looking towards you. Should you refuse, then I suppose you'll go the same way as everyone else did.
That scream we just heard
What's
before.
that? Is that down this hole in the middle?
Observant half-orcs. One of few.
By what means have you tried to open the chest so far? Just so we know what to rule
We
out.
have had people trying to break it open without success.
Why
I have
haven't?
had people try to use magic on it without success. And now we're left with you. 5 young
Five kids.
kids who know that we have the chest.
How convenient.
Even
you
more
looked in-
so if you open it for us.
Have you looked in the library? That's what
I
I
will
would do.
give you.
Last time when you tried to open it, what happened? You tried to open it with
I got blasted back in the room and lightning shot through my arm. Listen, we don't know how to open it.
If you can give us some time, maybe we can understand more about what magic this is. You two have the capabilities of finding out what kind of magic
I
this
need the chest open now.
Why
Sure.
haven't you tried to open it yourself?
Do you know why?
Obviously, because he's gonna get hurt and he wants something else to do.
Oh.
He's the boss of this place.
He's old and fragile.
No, don't.
Make an intimidation check.
Bardic inspiration.
Wait a minute.
You go, girl. You got
Not
it.
at 20. But I still have it.
You still have it. For 10 minutes.
You just see him staring at you.
Great. So, what's
What did he ask?
That open it. What? So, what's the opposite of lightning?
He called him old and fragile.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's just calm down. If you can figure out what kind of magic this is, we must have some way of opening it.
Mhm.
Can we detect it?
I will give you 10 minutes to find out how you seek out to do it.
Okay.
Now for all of you to try it once each.
This is ridiculous.
If you succeed, I will pay you.
We don't need money. We did the jobs that you goons asked us because we need information.
About his brother who's missing.
About everything going on in this city that's...
Regarding
Listen,
it.
if you know anything about Green Light, if you know anything about the Dennehy family, then we would gladly like to hear it.
Or
We've
lot
helped you.
18.
I think right now, and as he talks, you see how two of the halflings go up and stand by the staircase on one side. And two halflings go up, not all the way up, just down at kind of there. The two stand on your side, like to just jump over. And
I react
you would
to
have,
that.
you would all have walked up a little further.
Would we have walked up here?
And the sounds that you heard from you would be more up there.
the thing.
The sounds that you heard from you would not be that close, just down out there. The sounds that you heard from in behind stops, and you see that down around here. I will give you this one. A halfling with a what do you call it?
Chainmail? Chainmail?
No.
plate?
Chains on him?
Amulet.
What do you,
With a robe.
Say it in
What-
Danish.
A clown costume.
Sådan en klæde, forklæde.
An
An
apron.
apron.
Apron, yeah. Kind of a leather apron comes out standing with kind of a, not a short sword. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be a long sword, kind of over his shoulders, just looking at you. I don't think you're in the place right now to negotiate, dwarf.
Listen here.
I will give you 10 minutes to find out.
By what means
How
are we
you're-
able to do this?
That's for you to find out, not me.
We've helped you. We've brought you a chest that nobody else could find. That the half-orcs want, that the guards, the Grimoire guards want, that you have. We gave that to you.
And now you're going to open.
We can't.
You have one try.
Okay, let's discuss this.
Listen, what is this? Why? Why should we help
Make
you?
an intimidation check.
Bardic inspiration.
I would like to use that, but it's a very... Is it a D8 or D6?
1d6.
It's an 8 later.
Got this, boys.
So
You got
that's
this,
in
boys.
intimidation. So
Just
that would be
need to
23.
Annoying. Then we use it.
Just make it.
Speak your words with caution, dwarf.
Listen
There
here.
are 5 of you. And many more than us than would be needed to deal with 5 of you. So either you help us or try to. I would suggest you try your best. Or
We don't
you
need
go
your
for a
money.
swim.
We don't
Okay,
need your money.
Kevin, let's just talk about this.
If you both
Yeah.
do the things that you can understand what kind of magic this is,
And he sits back in his chair.
and you can identify it.
Mhm.
And I know magic doesn't have the same way of hitting me, and maybe
Listen,
I will try to
I-
open it.
If anything
Do
comes
you
Why
have,
do we oblige
sort of-
this thing?
Well, if you think about
do
it,
you have
if we
some sort of-
refuse, do you really think we can find our way out of here?
I don't know, but I'm
You are
I'm
not in
sick
the
and
room
tired
to
of
discuss this right now.
I'm sick and tired of this too, but
All right. So
do you have a
um,
lock picking, some sort of thieves' tools that we can use to maybe open it?
To use
Well,
these
let's
tools
just-
when there's no lock to pick.
clearly.
should we try?
Fucking halfling.
Sure. I
You
used my
couldn't get
detect magic.
scorched.
You sorry. You use detect magic, and as you use the spell, where normally, again, this is just how I like to think of detect magic. It kind of becomes a boom. You know, a kind of a boom out from you, where you then sense everything around you. As it comes past and by the chest, you just sense kind of an aura denying you. It's as if it just kind of goes around it, as if it was never there.
Do you sense anything about this guy?
He's old and fragile.
is not a magic person, no.
No magic. No
Any
artifacts.
magical items?
No, he
or
doesn't carry
artifacts?
anything of magic.
So he's just a plain halfling. Of
I
some
mean,
sort.
there is no. I mean, if you. Basoon doesn't show that he's magical just because he's a wizard either.
Is
With detect
there
magic.
is there any writing on it? Any runes?
As you come up to it, he just sits back, looks at you. As you come up to the chest, again, you see it. It's a wooden chest. I mean, obviously you could carried it before. Where the sides are all made in kind of cast iron, and there are no visible locks to open it. There's no like handle to lift it up, and no like essentially there's just no outside mechanisms that would make it seem like there's a opening mechanism to it.
Is there anything on the box, like writing, knowing, any names, anything on it?
You would notice. You would notice that on the bottom side of it, there are 3 letters engraved. You would probably have seen this last time too, but I'm sorry I didn't tell you at the time. You see that there are 3 letters engraved, and they are LAC.
LAC.
LAC. Lars, Anders, Charlie.
Oh, that's the third of the Denny hair brothers, right?
Jesper, you want some?
Get in here. Zeke, when you had the box, when you touched the box the other time, you started having issues with your magical powers, right? That's when it all started.
Well, I've had the issues before that. But
Oh.
that's
But that was.
when.
But you don't think it had
something
something to do? It didn't have anything to do with the chest.
All right,
maybe
guys. I think I would like to try a spell.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Careful.
I'll carefully get closer to the chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then I look around at everyone and say,
Paulson looks to you. Remember,
The fifth.
have one try.
I know. Hoping that this works. Everyone, this might be a high sound. And I want to try to use the knock spell on the chest.
Make a... What is your spell casting? It's intelligence, right?
Yes, it should be.
So
yes.
make an intelligence. Just flat out ability check.
You can do it.
An intelligence ability check.
Yes.
All right.
So, you,
You know those things when you get a great idea on someone else's behalf.
yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
just
20.
Flat or natural 20?
Flat 20.
So that's a nat 20.
Yeah, baby.
Else you
can't
put your
just-
hand
Well, that was
on
easy.
the chest. Else you put your hand on the chest.
There goes Kevin's motivation. Oh.
As you put your hands on the chest,
Oh.
you see how these brass, not brass, cast iron kind of sides, just as if it's a mechanism, but they all of a sudden start, like, as if the chest just starts moving in its own way, and you just hear a massive coming out from the side. There's no sound, but just a massive coming out. And even Coulson kind of jumps back in the chair for a second. Step back!
I'm stepping back.
Step back!
Stay there! Stay there!
Stubble! Stubble now! What did you do?
I tried to use a spell that should work on mundane as well as magical lock mechanisms.
Huh.
Should it be doors or boxes and chests?
He steps back for a second. Open it.
Alright, I slowly walk over to the chest and
As you put your hand on it, you can
Try
sense
to-
that on the sides,
Yeah.
where it before just seemed like one box, the way that the cast, like the way that the iron kind of moved around, opened for kind of a pathing for you to be able to, like it kind of revealed a lid, essentially.
I tried to, like leaning away from the box, I tried to open the lid and step to the side.
As you open it up, you just like fling it open and
Just
jump
like-
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you open it up, you just see how this case
Oh
opens.
my fucking god.
The fuck?
And Coulson looks to all of you.
Try to
And
spy.
That's easy.
then walks up, looks into the chest,
It's empty.
What?
and then
What's
looks
in there?
to the other two were over there as well.
They're gonna kill us now.
Looks to the rest of them.
What's
Sick 'em.
They know too much. Kill them.
Fuck's sake.
Reaction.
And that's where we end today. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in.
Fuck you,
We'll see you
Coulson.
for more D&D next time.
You still have your bardic inspiration.
I still have my body.
You have a buddy. You have
Yes, yes.